Hello everybody, welcome to the official cast of the 2025 World Championship quarter-final match between PurpleChest and N8Wache. This wasn't covered live during the live cast, so we haven't do this as a replay after the event, but I shall put it on YouTube in order. This is game 2. First game was a draw. This time PurpleChest has won the toss, chosen to receive. N8Wache kicking with his Amazons, PC receiving with Dark Elves. Let's get into it. PC's wonderful Cherry Bakewell. Cherry Bakewell Dark Elves. Brutal, solid defense, isn't it? Gets to jam the line with strength. But PC gets to blitz and then get a 2 dice on a Jaguar Warrior blocker, which he'll be very happy about. So quite easy to break the line, actually. And stuns a Jaguar Warrior blocker. Great start for PC, but he's going to have to just dodge away over here, isn't he? I don't see any way he can try to fight this. Moved the pick up first, which was pretty scary. Could have moved something over first. Like one of these two delves. Could have moved over first. Like both of them, right? Could have moved. So what he could have, so what he could and should have done then is put this guy here. Still should have done that, actually. These two Lionels should have gone before he made the pickup, right? So he'd have still had a screen if he failed to pick up. You can call it a nitpick because it kind of is. But also, you know, you can lose the ball. You can lose the game if you snake that pickup. So, you know, a bit of forethought and turn ordering can stop that. And it's very unlikely to matter. The thing is, these nitpicks are very unlikely to matter. Is the funny thing, isn't it? They matter if you keep doing it over, like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of games. But it's very unlikely to make a difference in this actual game. But they will make a difference sometimes. By far the most important thing is to have good ideas, and you know that's what everybody in the competition does, don't they? Can't reach for an assist over there. This one can now. So very nice max moving over there. Maybe could have moved the ball first. Depends if he thought it was safe where it was. Which he might have done. Or blockless blocks. Is he going to rush to blitz with the Witch Elf or something? Yeah. And dodge this one out. Loves the dodges, does PC. Didn't really need a cage corner there. But why not, I guess. Gets the jump up. Survives. N8Wache really wants to get back into a line here, doesn't he? The Amazon line. A little bit dodgy this, because what he probably should have done there... Oh, okay, it's a 3D, okay. Errata. He was very likely to knock him over. It would have been frustrating for him if it hadn't been a knockdown. Because he could just put in 3 plays and punch this Jaguar Warrior. And then if he powers, but punches the other one. This is interesting, isn't it? This is interesting. Maybe this could have been a rush. Because it's not a rush. He blitzes the blitzer. He's going to have to dodge away. He's got an elf behind enemy lines. Which he likes so much. Leader's been used this drive, so it doesn't really matter as much. Like, you know, the player doesn't matter as much. Obviously, leader doesn't matter at all right now. This is a bit of a problem. And so is this. I feel like probably should have blitzed this one, right, to get him free. Maybe even blitz with a blitzer, I don't know. I think probably blitz this and then dodge him off. Because you really don't want to fail and stun yourself. Can't really easily go through either of these. They're acting a bit like a tree man, funneling PC down the sideline, but he's got a witch elf and he's got a few players, so I think he's going to be quite okay with pushing down here. No, especially when he gets a Kaz. Apple automatic. Did he need that rush? Like that extra square, not a rush of the dodge, no. Did he need it? Yeah, unsure. Lovely 3-2 at the end. And a double rush to make it stronger. It's funny, isn't it? That's the sort of play, that double rush there. That double rush there is the sort of play that's, you know... What can I say? It's really good when it works, isn't it? But you're 30% to use a reroll. So I tend to not make them and then regret not making them. You know? As much as like you can meme about like, you know, the 5+ cage dives or whatever that often I just think are wrong. I don't think that's necessarily wrong because the payoff there is actually quite big, right, for a double rush. So that's an interesting one there, I think. And honestly, even the 5+ cage dives aren't wrong because they've got a decent chance of success. But this is definitely one where it's like it's probably my weakness in this kind of format, right, where it's harder to win and you have to win in tabletop style. It probably is worth that, but I just don't like doing it. And then the turn after, when I get in a bit of trouble, I'll be like, oh, that guy could have double rushed. So there you go. Now he has to eat the blitz. Like, I mean, he has to waste his blitz on this guy rather than, like, you know, using this guy to eat the blitz is fantastic. He could have blitzed the runner, but obviously he's nowhere near. But if he hadn't made those rushes, he'd have been blitzing the lineman at the front, which would have been much better for N8Wache. So yeah, really good doing those rushes sometimes. But obviously not every time, because sometimes they fail, so I don't know if they're good or not. I don't know if those kind of rushes are good enough. Good or not, but it's interesting, isn't it? Generally, you get play styles, right? You get play styles of some people will never make those rushes and some people will always make them. Whereas the correct answer is somewhere in between, isn't it? And nobody knows. The rule of Blood Bowl is do it sometimes. That's very nice, isn't it? Frees that lineman to not have to dodge. And then puts in one dodge on the witch elf. Oh, and a rush. And a hit, see? I would have probably just dodged that witch elf. Been quite happy. You know, double layered the screen and then like dodged off on a 3-2 or whatever. Or a 1D, so... These extra dice, you know, and then because you keep rolling the extra dice and never have to re-roll them, then things get better and better and better, don't they? But if you do have to re-roll them, then you can kill your own drive, so... It really is hard to say which is better. Like, you need an autopilot, right? Like, you need a default to, like, reduce the cognitive load. You need a default kind of... which I guess is playstyle, right? You need, like, default assumptions and... like... Can't think of the words. Me not good English. But, you know, you need, like... default kind of patterns, right, that you do and stuff. Play patterns, I guess. There's got to be a... tendencies. You've got, like, default tendencies that you have to default back to because you have to have, like, a... You know, you have to have a kind of autopilot when the, you know, for the time's gone with the way you look at the game and stuff. Everybody's autopilot should be safe moves first, but it isn't, you know? It just isn't. But it should be. Make the ball safe. You know, safe moves first, all that kind of thing should be what everyone's pretty much always doing, but it definitely isn't. Yeah. Agree strongly. Thanks, Seabros. See, Seabros' default is roll every 3+ under the sun, isn't it? If there's a chance to hit the ball, which I'm not saying is wrong. I'm really not saying it's wrong, right? Seabros won Super League. PC's been rolling the dice like that. And... yeah. I mean, I would attempt a 3+, 2+. I wouldn't have succeeded. I do end of turn 3-2s, right? I do the elf end of turn 3-2 to make something super strong. They're the kind of 3-2s I want to do. I don't do the adventurous 3-2s that people do. You know, like I've seen you and PC do. I don't like the adventurous 3+s. I like the end of turn payoff 3+s. But maybe I should like adventurous 3+s more. This is all well and good, but it's not enough, is it? This is super easy for PC to get his last turn of stall here. Argue a call fails. I mean, it's right to foul, but the problems came from PC being unafraid to roll the dice and not failing them, wasn't it? You know, like he would have quite happily put in 2 rerolls to get here. He hasn't had to. And now this is just too easy for him. The full tabletop cage. See this a lot on tabletop and like obviously online NAF style. You just don't do it in progression. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny that people just don't try it in progression. Really. Very, very rarely have I seen that in progression, but often in NAF style. I mean, you might as well just push him in so that he doesn't make any blocks on his last turn. Oh, that's not what he's doing. Oh, trying to make him roll the dodge. Okay. I guess you've got Amazons, so maybe he'll have to roll the dodge. Interesting. He does. I feel like there was a way out of that. With that push, I feel like he could have done something, but fair enough. And also fair enough to N8Wache, right? He made him do the 2+ dodge. And PC did not fail it. Just do the wide LOS. Has 11 players. So basically no chance of a 1-turn. Does have 3 rerolls for it. You could have done, yes, that would have been better to hand it off to that guy in a 2+, because then if it failed you could still score, right? It could bounce back and then bounce back to him, so you could actually fail the handoff and still score, and your blitzer could die from failing a handoff. Though I guess your whole team could get served, but that could happen anyway, couldn't it? So yeah, the handoff is strictly better, that's for sure. That is unequivocally correct, that the handoff is better now. Hello BB Nut, no spoilers anybody, thank you very much. No spoilers. Spoilers will be banned. No spoiler-a-ruskies, thank you very much. I can do them because I'm me, but nobody else. No jokers in chat. No one who thinks you're hilarious for spoiling anything. Nothing. No humour. Do you know what? I could make it? I could make the chat emojis only, couldn't I? Actually. That's maybe what I should have done for this. Well, I could think about it, couldn't I, after this game? We're halfway through now. Because it's gonna take me 10 minutes, old man fiddles with knob to try and change the settings. I could, but people don't listen, Steve. I think maybe the best thing I could do is do that. Oh God, yes. Yes, BB no. Yes. Right, so here we go. 11 Amazon still, which is obviously great for PC. That means he's going to go full bore offense. Perfect anti-blitz from N8Wache, the same as PC's. So lovely to see people doing anti-blitz, which of course I shall take full credit for. Go me. Every time I see anybody doing a move that's good, I shall say down to me. I think that's completely reasonable. To be fair, I remember some very good very good players. Don't know if they're good people or not. They seemed good people. But some very good players thanked me for things, in Blood Bowl 2 and that, and said I was very helpful in them getting good, so that was very nice. Sensible from PC, just stands in the way. Like, this is the thing. This is really what you want as Dark Elves, right? You want to just take the odd turn off, do this, and then switch between the gears, right? And to be honest, after seeing PC play in this whole tournament, which is a little bit of a spoiler, but maybe not. I don't know. No, because it doesn't mean he's already played crazy. He doesn't have to get through. It's not a spoiler. He's already played like a madman. But after seeing the way PC has played in this tournament, throughout the tournament, this might be his last match. Who knows? It's interesting because he really does turn it up to 11. And my plan with my series with Davo was to go really, really passive for the first, overly passive for the first 2 games, so that on the 3rd game, where Davo's having to manage rerolls for overtime and stuff, right, and thinking about overtime, when he's thinking about overtime, that's when I'm going to crank the pressure up to 11, right? That was my plan from the start. That series versus Davo last year. And unfortunately, I only cranked it to 9. Whereas, you know, if I'd been able to put it to 11, that would have been better. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not 100% every turn, is he, PC? You know? It's like now he's not going to 11 straight away, is he? And yeah, you know, like Artemis likes the going to 11 a lot as well. Obviously, you showed you like going to 11. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It is interesting to like. I think Dark Elves, if you have to win, I think that's fair enough, right? But I tried to do it and I just couldn't. I only went to like 9. It's so alien for me to go that crazy that I couldn't go crazy enough. But you know, like, because obviously you're not planning to just screen like this for the whole half, right? Like, but you want to. I think it's nice to be able to screen like this until something happens, and then turn it on. Oof! Tried a rush, failed. 5 rerolls for PC. I mean, the sack is pretty terrible, right? Versus strength 4, blotcher in a cage. So he's going loads of basing is unlikely to be really good. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It is interesting, that like kind of playstyle divide. What's interesting is with Dark Elves can go either way, right? Dark Elves are actually probably the most versatile of any team in that regard. Whereas like with Skaven, you know, playing like Chuntr or DL is almost certainly the best in that style. Like, you'd have to really convince me that that's not the best way. And, you know, similarly, you'd have to really convince me that like playing Bash safely is the wrong way. Do you know what I mean? You'd have to really convince me that the playing Bash safely and like playing is wrong, and you'd have to do a lot to convince me that playing Skaven mad is wrong. But Dark Elves can absolutely go either way, can't they? Yeah, I feel like Wood Elves are almost better at it, aren't they? They've got the 1 turn and they've got better tools with a strip ball and leap. Right, PC he based everything. Nothing really got knocked over. Now, what can he do about this? Do that push. And then another one. Okay. I mean, I'm not sure it's achieving. So 1 dice. And then a full pow. And then an uphill. No, 1er. Oh, okay, that guy was down. He gets a 1er into an uphill and rolls a full pow. I mean, it was a 5+, wasn't it? Goes to the hit and run player. Okay, they actually are quite close together, these. I thought these would be really far apart in colours because you've got, you know, pink versus black, but actually the Amazons have got a lot of light colours on them as well, haven't they? Maybe they should have been on red and blue. I thought that was an uphill, and I thought that was a lot of work to get an uphill, but getting a 1er is fine, isn't it? Tricky. Does have hit and run, but very few turns left. Has to score. Well, yeah, has to score. If he doesn't score, he's lost. So absolutely has to score now. Can't do the gym trick of staying in his own half now. Maybe should have just stood up there. Got to do this one, unfortunately. Oh. And I think he just had to do it. I don't think he had any choice there. And now, the Witch Elf is going to get 4 dice on you with Wrestle. Oh no, it's not. It's a 2 into 1. Well, full powers. Oof. Whee! Oh my goodness. He didn't need to do that, did he? He could have just punched it. Like, he had an assist already. He could have just punched. Another scatter and a full power. Hey! Gets the ball in a blodger. That, to me, was a kind of Dark Elf drive, right? It wasn't as cage divey as PC likes to do with his Witch Elves. To me, that was more of a quintessential Dark Elf defensive drive. I'd be happy with that. There was a few things that, you know, maybe would have done a little bit differently, but in general, to me, that's like what I like to do as Dark Elves. Full pow. Don't like to do that as Dark Elves, but oh. Oh, oh, oh God, what a scatter. Oh my God. Guess I'll just lose then. Oh dear. Okay. Oh no, definitely lost. Oof. Well, there you go. That's it. Just instantly pick it up and win. Interesting. Or he's going to blitz. Because he could have blitzed with a Witch Elf, right? That would have been a 1 into 1. Which would have got this out of the way and then freed you up for the... You wouldn't have had to dodge and you'd have dealt with this and you'd have got this up. That seems like a decent thing to do. Don't think he's blitzed at all. You want to blitz to save a dodge here, don't you? Like that. That's what you want to do. You want to use your blitz to save a dodge. Somehow. But this is what, a 5+, 4+. Absolutely grim, and then like no recovery afterwards. He's got the scoring in threat in first because he has to at least get the draw here. Fails, and that is that. You can just score now. It doesn't matter. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because if you score, he could get a timeout and then a 1-turn and then a timeout or a blitz. But then if you don't score, he could like 6+ in and pow you and then 6/6/6 through and then long bomb it to this guy who then double rushes and hands off or whatever. So like there's kind of a vague chance of a billion dice going here. Is it as much chance as him scoring in 1 turn and then getting another one? I don't know. They're both similarly ridiculously, insanely remote chances that it probably doesn't matter which one you do. But one will be better. go. PurpleChest wins his quarter-final and gets through to the semi-final versus either Olivier Dulac or Crystal Hunters Skaven. So he knows he's playing Skaven anyway in the semi-final tomorrow, kind of. Right. Congratulations, PurpleChest. Commiserations, N8Wache. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and stay fantastic.